Part 3, Bible Files. Great Babylon, True Words of God, Bible. Hindu characteristics, trade, wealth, India. Throughout my research, Bible is presented as complete Hinduism. I am presenting verses to highlight Hindu characteristics. It is to verify that Bible is property of Hindus with full rights of ownership. Bible is presently in hands of Roman Catholics and Christians. How did they acquire ownership? Babylon Hindu writer has revealed true identity of these outlaws. I will first present verses highlighting massive wealth accumulated by Hindus and how Roman Catholics and Christians destroyed Hindu structure. I will also present to you main topic of Bible is book Great Babylon. It is literal history of Roman Catholics and Christians as atrocities in India. But Bible scholars are focused on an imaginary travel to heaven. You have to preach of crimes committed by Roman Catholics and Christians. This was motive of 24 Hindus authors of Bible. Ezekiel 27:15 to 28. The men of Rhodes traded with you, and many coastlands were your customers. They paid you with ivory, tusks, and ebony. Aram did business with you because of your many products. They exchanged turquoise, purple fabric, embroidered work, fine linen, coral, and rubies for your merchandise. Judah and Israel traded with you. They exchanged wheat from minute and confections, honey, olive oil, and balm for your wares. Damascus did business with you because of your many products and great wealth of goods. They offered wine from Helbon, wool from Zahar, and cast of wine from Ezel in exchange for your wares, wrought iron, cassia, and calamus. They then traded in saddle blankets with you. Arabia and all the princes of Kedar were your customers. They did business with you in lambs, rams, and goats. The merchants of Sheba and Ramah traded with you for your merchandise. They exchanged the finest of all kinds of spices and precious stones and gold. Haran, Canaan, and Eden, and merchants of Sheba, Ashur and Kilmah traded with you. In your marketplace they traded with you beautiful garments, blue fabric, embroidered work, and multicolored rugs with cords twisted and tightly knotted. The ships of Tarshish serve as carriers for your wares. You are filled with heavy cargo as you sail the sea. Your oarsmen take you out to the high seas, but the east wind will break you to pieces far out at sea. Your wealth, merchandise, and wares, your mariners, sailors, and shipwrights, your merchants, and all your soldiers, and everyone else on board will sink into the heart of the sea on the day of your shipwreck. The shorelands will quake when your sailors cry out. By your great skill in trading, you have increased your wealth, and because of your wealth, your heart has grown proud. Hindu author Babylon describes massive wealth of Hindus. Roman Catholics and Christians did not trade, they looted. Destructions. Wherever you live, the towns will be laid waste and the high places demolished, so that your altars will be laid waste and devastated, your idols smashed and ruined, your incense altars broken down, and what you have made wiped out. Your people will fall slain among you. But I will spare some, for some of you will escape the sword when you are scattered among the lands and nations. He will set fire to the temples. He will burn their temples and take their gods captive. As the shepherd picks his garment clean of lice, so he will pick Hindus clean and depart. Roman Catholics and Christians destroyed Hindus and India. Dancing girls, Judges 21:23. So that is what the Benjamites did. While the young women were dancing, each man caught one and carried her off to be his wife. Then they returned to their inheritance and rebuilt the towns and settled in them. Judges 21:21. And watch, when the young women of Shiloh come out to join in the dancing, rush from the vineyards, and each of you sees one of them to be your wife. Then return to the land of Benjamin. Dancing girls are from India, nowhere else. Iron pillar, Jeremiah 1:18. An iron pillar and a bronze wall to stand against the whole land. Verse makes reference to iron pillars in India. They are there to this day. Sugarcane, Exodus 30:23. Also take for yourself quality spices, 500 shekels of liquid myrrh, half as much sweet-smelling cinnamon, 250 shekels, 250 shekels of sweet-smelling cane. Jeremiah 6:20. Sweet cane from a distant land. Origin of sugar is India. Jewelry. Ezekiel 13:18. Woe to the women who sew magic charms on all their wrists and make veils of various lengths for their heads. Ezekiel 7:20, they took pride in their beautiful jewelry, therefore I will make it a thing unclean for them. Isaiah 3:18, they snatch away their refinery, the bangles and headbands and crescent necklaces. Isaiah 3:20, the headdresses and anklets and sashes, the perfume bottles and charms. I am against your magic charms, and I will tear them from your arms. Roman Catholics and Christians strip Hindus of all jewelry. Exile, pack your bundle. Ezekiel 12:3, therefore, son of man, pick up your belongings for exile, and in the daytime as they watch, set out and go. Ezekiel 12:11, they will go into exile as captives. Exodus 12:34, so the people took their dough before the east was added and carried it on their shoulders in kneading troughs, wrapped in clothing. Jeremiah 10:17, gather up your belongings to leave the land, you who live under siege. Amos 7:11, they will surely go into exile, away from their native land. Isaiah 43:16, 17, this is what the Lord says. He who made a way through the sea, a path through the mighty waters, who drew out the chariots and horses, the army and reinforcements together, and they lay there never to rise again, extinguished, snuffed out like a wick. Roman Catholics and Christians describe their evil. Sackcloth, dhoti, Joel 1:13, put on sackcloth, spend the night in sackcloth. Isaiah 15:3, they wear sackcloth. Ezekiel 7:18, they will put on sackcloth. Sackcloth is dhoti, only Hindus wear dhotis. Burn. Jeremiah 52:13, he set fire to the temple of the Lord, the royal palace and all the houses. Every important building he burned down. Joshua 8:8, when you have taken the city, set it on fire. Joshua 8:27, they did carry off for themselves the livestock and plunder of the city. Roman Catholics and Christians looted and burnt cities in India. Loot. Jeremiah 52:17-20, they broke up the bronze pillars, the movable stands, and the bronze sea that were at the temple of the Lord, and they carried all bronze. They also took away pots, shovels, wicks, trimmers, sprinkling bowls, dishes, and all bronze articles used in the temple service. The commander of the imperial guard took away the basins, censers, sprinkling bowls, pots, lampstands, dishes, and bowls used for drink offerings. All that were made of pure gold and silver. The bronze from the 2 pillars, the sea, and the 12 bronze bowls under it, and the movable stands. Roman Catholics and Christians looted everything from Hindus. Stink scums knew nothing of bathing and cooking. India, Esther 1:1, 127 provinces stretching from India to Kush. Esther 8:9, the 127 provinces stretching from India to Kush. 2 verses clearly state India was a province of Rome. Destruction of India, literal science. Using Babylon as metaphor for India, 24 Hindus presented literal science for destruction of India. Revelation chapter 18 was written by number 16 Hindu angel, Babylon, as Syncritus. There it is. Revelation 18:3, the merchants of the earth have become rich by the power of her luxury. Revelation 18:6, fill her cup with a drink twice as strong. Alcohol was produced in India. Revelation 18:10, a strong city, for in 1 hour your judgment has come. Roman Catholics and Christians burnt and destroyed cities of India. And the merchants of the earth weep and mourn over her because no one buys her cargo anymore, their cargo anymore. Cargo of gold and silver and precious stone and pearls and fine linen and purple and silk and scarlet, and every kind of tie and wood, and every vessel of ivory, and every vessel of most precious wood, and brass and iron and marble, and cinnamon and ammonum, and incense and ointment, and frankincense and wine and oil, and fine flour, and wheat and cattle and sheep, and cargo of horses and chariots, and slaves and souls of men. And the ripe fruits of your soul's lust have gone away from you, and all the sumptuous and splendid things have perished from you, and men will find them no more at all. Roman Catholics and Christians looted India. Revelation 18:15-17, the merchants of these things who became rich by her, saying, woe, woe, the great city which was clothed in fine linen and purple and scarlet and gilded with gold and precious stone and pearl. For in 1 hour such great wealth has become desolate, and every ship captain and everyone sailing to a place, and sailors and all who walk on the sea stood far off. Roman Catholics and Christians became rich from wealth looted in India. Revelation 18:19, and cried out, seeing the smoke of her burning, saying, what city is like the great city? Woe, woe, the great city by which all those who have ships on the sea become rich from her wealth. For in 1 hour she has become desolate. Roman Catholics and Christians burnt and destroyed Hindu ships. Revelation 18:22-23. And the sound of harp singers and musicians and flutists and trumpeters shall be heard no more at all in you. And no craftsman of any craft shall be found any more at all in you. And the sound of a millstone shall be heard no more at all in you. For your merchants were the great ones of the earth. Hindus were first to develop musical instruments. Loot, murder, slavery of Hindus. Numbers 31, 7-12. They fought against Midian as the Lord commanded Moses and killed every man. Among their victims were Evi, Rekem, Zur, Hur, and Reba, the 5 kings of Midian. They also killed Balaam son of Beor with the sword. They captured the women and children and took all the herds, flocks, and goods for plunder. They burned all the towns as well as all their camps. They took all the plunder and spoils, including the people and animals, and brought the captive spoils and plunder. Verses describe murder of Hindu kings in India, enslaved women and children, plunder cattle, flocks, all goods. They set fire to towns, taking all booty. What they cannot carry, they burnt it down. Stinks comes. Numbers 31, 15-19. Have you allowed all the women to live? He asked them. Now kill all the boys, and kill every woman who has slept with a man. But save for yourself every girl who has never slept with a man. Kill all male children and all women who have slept with a man. Spare only virgins. Roman Catholics and Christians. Stink habits continue to this very day. Numbers 31, 25-41. To count all the people and animals that were captured. Divide the spoils equally between the soldiers. The plunder remaining from the spoils that the soldiers took was 675,000 sheep, 72,000 cattle, 61,000 donkeys, and 32,000 women who had never slept with a man. 337,500 sheep, 36,000 cattle, 30,500 donkeys, 16,000 people. In 1st century, where in this world could you find that abundance of women, donkeys, cattle, etc.? It was only in India. How did Roman Catholics and Christians count loot? Where are there records of loot in Roman numerals? Where did Vespasian find money to build Colosseum? This is loot recorded by Hindus in Hindu numerals into Bible before 80 CE. What is value of that loot recorded then? Calculate same loot for 2,000 years. They have not stopped looting Hindus. Mrs. Utsa Patnaik of India has calculated British loot of India for 200 years is $45 trillion. We need an estimate for Roman Catholics and Christians' loot of India for 2,000 years. Queen of Sheba, taking treasures to Solomon. It was Titus who looted treasures from India, taking it to Vespasian in Rome. 1 Kings 10:22. Fleets laden with gold and silver. Babylon branded Roman Catholics and Christians on foreheads with marks. Scum. Thief. Babylon branded Roman Catholics and Christians on foreheads with mark, scum, thief. Babylon, Roman Catholics and Christians destroyed all literal history. They replaced with concocted history of themselves as inventors. Hindu author Babylon put into Bible literal history of Roman Catholics and Christians. He presented a detailed analysis of these murderers and thieves into Bible, the greatest book that ever sold. Roman Catholics and Christians are proudly displaying themselves as murderers and thieves in Bible, but preaching to you peace and love. These con men are determined to put Bible into the hands of each and every human on this planet. They are preaching about a man, a Jew, a human, who was crucified and died. This dead man is coming to save you when you are dead. But Bible is Jesus, and he's not a man, he's a book. Invaders presented in Bible are Roman Catholics and Christians. They are presented as murderers, thieves, and looters. Why can't they preach about themselves to you? It is to make believers into slaves. 1 Corinthians 4:10, we are fools for Christ. They worship a false Christ. Believers are fools. These wicked men rule as kings and are wolves in sheep clothing. Preach and read Bible correctly. Thieves and murderers in Bible are Roman Catholics and Christians. Forget about dead Jesus. These schemers must be known to everyone. Expose crimes committed by Roman Catholics and Christians. Babylon has recorded into his book, Great Babylon, a detailed account of crimes committed by Roman Catholics and Christians upon Hindus. Do not hide yourself inside of Bible. Come out. Preach crimes committed by you, not dreams and imaginations of Bible authors. Preach what you did. This is downright plagiarization of 24 Hindus' imaginations. By the rivers of Babylon, there we met. Babylon is metaphor, India is literal. By rivers of India, India is land of rivers. Roman Catholics and Christians met Hindus in India. What is truth? You want to know what is truth? John 8:32, and you shall know the truth, and the truth shall set you free. It was Roman Catholics and Christians who left caves and ventured thousands of miles into sovereign lands to murder, thief, loot, enslave, and burn down houses and cities in India. Great Babylon book is truth. It was Roman Catholics and Christians who looted Hindus of wealth in India. It was Roman Catholics and Christians who burned down houses and cities in India. It was Roman Catholics and Christians who murdered Hindus in India. It was Roman Catholics and Christians who enslaved Hindus in India. Oh yes, I remember Hindu author Babylon, who wrote in Hindu scripture Bible of atrocities and crimes committed by stink Roman Catholics and Christians about Hindus and others. Sing it loud, sing it from pulpit. Oh yes, I remember Hindu author Babylon. Come forward, refute research. I thank you for listening.